This here is the Kel-Tec Ksg. A lot of you guys have seen this before. It's not very new. It's been out for a few years. Saw this thing a few years ago at SHOT Show for the first time. I had never shot one up until yesterday, believe it or not. Yesterday was my very first time shooting it. I gotta tell you, I'm on the fence whether I think it's okay or I absolutely hate it. There's no loving this thing. It's the greatest shotgun in the world. I would take my Remington 870 pump over this thing any day. It's such a great shotgun. This thing looks cool, holds tons and tons of shotgun shells. You can even switch between, say, slugs or buckshot and birdshot. Having these swappable magazine tubes here where you just close off one that you don't want to use. Has a nice rail on it. Super short. It's 18-inch barrel and it's compacted down to a really short size, which is pretty cool. The safety selector is your standard push button one. Red for fire, white for safe. It even has S and F printed on it. Your pump slide release is this ambidextrous button here, which is kind of nice. Your shells eject straight down, which is super nice if you're left-handed, which I am, which is why I bought this, because I thought it would be the greatest shotgun ever for being left-handed. Another thing that happened yesterday was because this sling loop here is so far forward on the gun, I accidentally blew off part of my sling, and so my Blue Forest Gear sling is now kaput. It actually, the shockwave just like broke the little plastic buckle cam pieces at the ends. Shooting it, I found that it's really hard. This is like steel right here, so you're actually resting your face on steel. It's not like a piece of wood or there's no rubber, nothing. It's on steel, and this butt pad is hard as a rock. I mean, there's a bit of cushion in there. Definitely not in the winter, it's hard. There's definitely better shotguns out there for pump. It's nice and small. It's good for ambidextrous use, terrible for tactical or speed reloads. Would I recommend this shotgun? If you're looking for something to spend, say, $1,000 and just go out to a range and have fun, yeah, sure, it's great for that. If you want to have it kept in your closet and waiting for somebody to come in and break your house, that's an expensive $1,000 that's just going to be sitting there. That there's probably better options out there for that. Yeah, that's the KSG in a nutshell. Another thing, I haven't tested out yet, but apparently the rail under here, under my angled foregrip, is plastic and it's prone to actually tearing off if you're using a vertical grip. I replaced it with the angled foregrip only because I'm afraid that my hand's going to slip forward and I'm going to shoot myself in the hand. There are muzzle brakes and stuff like that you can buy for this thing that make it a little bit longer. That's probably a good choice. That's probably something I'll buy for this. I'll show you guys shooting this thing. I'll show you guys how it operates. We'll have a little bit of fun out here today with this, but other than that, I don't know if you guys are going to see this in any more videos. One thing I gotta say though about the bullpup design is it's nice and pointable. So we'll see if we can hit some clay birds out of the sky. Just gotta remember that the sights are way higher than the barrel. It's a lot higher than, say, the vent rib or the bead sight that I'm used to for a shotgun. Okay, so this is definitely not a very good bird gun either, apparently. However, I'm sure I could probably hit those heads over there with this thing if I needed to. So I do have my steel head target set up. We're about 25-30 yards. We'll see how some buckshot does against it. So we're about 30 yards down from my steel head targets. They're about 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet away from each other. We'll see how the KSG does against something like that. And I actually hit them both. 2 people walking down a hallway at 30 yards. If you have a place that has a 30-yard hallway, you're set. Buckshot, take them out. Headshots every day. But birdshot in the air, nah, not so much.